Hello my friends, Liberty Garden, July 17th, almost a month since I probably last published a video. There's been some dry weather here in Texas. I tell you, this little pond, which doesn't hold much water, it's already almost dried, completely dry. You see it there. And the other ponds are losing water. We've had about almost 8 weeks without rain now. Anyway, on the week of June 19th, that was a Sunday, and that following week, I took my kids, one of my kids, out to a Boy Scouts camp in Colorado. We drove out there. I was driving out there with hauling the little trailer with the gear for the kids and stuff like that, and we had a great time over there. Beautiful place, man. The weather, it's amazing. Dry, cool weather. Nights in the 40s, days in the top 60s, 70s. You know, beautiful weather. I did not want to come back to Texas. As much as I love Texas, and as wacky and left-leaning as Colorado is, man, I wanted to stay over there just for the weather. It is so beautiful. Anyway, I'm back in Texas. And I'm starting to fall in love again with Texas, because here's my cows and here's my land and here's my house and here's everything. Texas is my country. But anyway, on the last day before we came over, or the last Saturday before we come back, one of the parents tested positive for COVID. So that was like on a Saturday. So she had to leave the premises. She had to leave the camp. I mean, basically, go get a hotel and take a plane back. She couldn't ride back with the troop, and so that was that, right? But on the way back, I got myself a test. I got myself a test on the next day. I tested negative, and then everybody who rode back with me in the truck also tested negative. But on the way back, we all arrived okay. And then the next Monday, that was on a Saturday. On Monday, I'm at the house. I tested myself again with one of those rapid tests. I was negative. And then by midday, I started feeling like I had like a bad case of allergies. And a little tired, and a little just tired, overall tiredness, and I thought it was allergies. And so I decided to test myself around 8 o'clock, because by then one of the persons that was riding with me in the truck back, he says, "Hey, you know what? I tested positive for the Red Dragon, and you might want to get yourself tested." Sure enough, I was positive myself. By then I had more symptoms. I was really tired and sleepy. The following day, my kid tested also positive. So it was we both got it. I think it was a case, we probably caught the Omicron variant, because quite frankly it was very mild. The first thing I did, I was told my wife to go get a oximeter, the one you put in your finger to measure your oxygen levels, because I really had I didn't know what to expect. As you might guys know, or you may not, I'm not vaccinated. Nobody in my house is vaccinated, so we really know what to expect. I mean, is it going to get bad? Is that we're going to end up in the hospital? This or that, you hear all kinds of stories. So I got a thermometer, and I got an oximeter. And by Tuesday, I was just sleepy. I could not keep my eyes open. I was just asleep the whole day. I tried to get some work done from home. I couldn't concentrate. I mean, my head was fuzzy. My thinking was a little fuzzy. I couldn't really focus on anything. And I was just feeling tired and achy, but not bad really. I mean, it was like a bad case of allergies. I've had flus that are way worse than this, but it was still just a bad case of just overall discomfort, but nothing bad. My kid, by Wednesday night, that was the worst night for her. Her temperature, I mean, we never went over 100 on our temperature. It was 99 the highest, and it wasn't even bad. We didn't even take Tylenol. But on the third night or Wednesday, my kid, she went down to 95 on the oximeter. So immediately I started hydrating her a lot more. Every 3 hours I started hydrating her quite a bit. And her heartbeats were around 114, 115, so I knew her body was struggling a little bit. So I just kept hydrating her and keeping tabs on her temperature. The next day, I believe I called her pediatrician. She did an online consultation, and she said that's just good. By then, her oxygen levels were already at 97 again. So she said, yeah, just good. Don't worry about it. Just keep an eye on the temperature and the oxygen levels. And that was it, you know. But by Thursday, both my kid and I were pretty much in the clear. By the time we got home, I had already told my wife. She already had a room ready for each of us, and basically we quarantined at home. We were like at a 5-star hotel because my wife put everything in there, you know, put a little fridge and snacks and everything. She would basically leave the food outside of our doors, and we would take it from there and eat it. And she got some kind of seals for the doors so you wouldn't get any air out. I kept the window open and slightly open on my side so that just the air would suck out instead of back into the house. And that was it. You know, that was pretty much it. That was our Red Dragon story. It wasn't bad at all, and I'm glad because I wasn't really expecting. I didn't know what to expect. You know, probably had been the first two variants, the Delta or the Alpha, it would have been a whole different story. As it was, this was very mild. The Omicron, I think it was. I mean, there's no way of knowing, right? But it was very mild. And that's it. The only thing that persisted was that for about a week I was a little bit tired. If I did any physical activity, I was tired. We did quarantine for about 8 days in isolation. So neither my wife nor my younger daughter got it. So she did a pretty good job keeping us separate and keeping everything, you know, clean and separated and everything. So that was that. I mean, it wasn't that bad. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I mean, I managed to dodge this damn thing for about 2.5 years, or since it started. The first time we get it. You know, the funny part is that we've been we've been dodging it here all along. And this time when we went to camp in Colorado, they were real sticklers for. We had to do a negative COVID test before going out there, and this and that. You know, they made us do a bunch of stuff. They wanted to get a proof of vaccines or get a negative test 72 hours prior to departing. I mean, I did a rapid test. Both of us did one. We were negative, and and that's where we got it. In the place where it was very strict, you know, and it was outdoors, completely outdoors. But every now and then we did go into the dining areas and stuff like that. And those were pretty crowded. So somewhere out there we got it, you know. Somewhere out there we got it. And the thing is, Omicron is pretty, from what I understand, is pretty contagious. So it's over. It's back. I mean, I don't really feel anything anymore. I'm not tired or anything like that. Oh, that was maybe last week. I mean, I was fully recuperated by last week. I mean, meaning exercise level and stuff like that. The only thing that I did notice, like, I still have a little bit of a cough. The only thing that I noticed, I lost my smell for about a week. I couldn't smell anything. And I also, for about 5 days after I had my last fever, it was my mind was a little bit fuzzy. I mean, I felt like I was a little bit like floating, you know, like I felt like if I was on some kind of medication or something, where I was a little bit on the clouds, not exactly grounded, and that's about all I felt, and that was that. I mean, so I guess I got my good old-fashioned inoculation the old way. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Thought I'd just share this with you. Until next time.